Everybody here? Well, I think so. We're a bit behind schedule, but we are having fun, so it's great here. We are going to have a next session here, but first a bit of a reminder for everyone who doesn't know, the hashtag for SearchMeet is #SearchMeet, and also we love all of you who has blogs to blog about this event, of course. Just a little bit reminder here. The next thing up here is a friend of mine who's called Jesper Åström. He has worked with a lot of businesses. He's worked with the gambling industry, and the latest he's worked with is actually the fashion industry. And he's going to talk about conversion, which is pretty important regarding search and optimization. So a big round of applause for Jesper.
Well, I hope you all hear me, and I hope I'll keep to the point. One thing that Simon didn't cover is that I get very easily sidetracked. Anyone who's spoken to me for like 10 minutes of time knows that I will go directly in the opposite direction if I'm sidetracked. So if you have any questions, please keep them on the paper and then we'll take them afterwards. Okay? So, this is me. I work with a little bit of everything. The stuff that people generally ask me, I usually keep this one in as the first line of my presentations, is the spam and the no spam, which basically meant that I love listening to spammers because they are always very creative in finding solutions to problems. And then you can unspam their ideas and actually use them in order to gain a lot of potential. I've worked with everything from press PR to email marketing and a lot with analytics. And the stuff I'm going to talk about today, a lot of it is found, like the theory behind it is found in this book. It's called The Psychology of Economic Decisions. And I recommend anyone who wants to play a bit of a mindfucker to read this one, because it's really an excellent book. It takes up everything from the psychological part of conversion to how it actually works in our brain when we do those kind of things. This is what Google says about me, and this is really funny. And now we can see I converted this from Keynote to PowerPoint, and so we will have a bit of a toss around, but I will try to keep to the point. This is my blog. If you search for Jesper Åström, this is what you find in google.se. Yeah, this is funny. This is really funny. I have a bit of a music talent, I would say. And then I had a long discussion with Britt, who sits right there, on Twitter once. So if you search for Jesper Åström in google.se, you will find Britt Stakston as the first photo. The conversation is kind of nice to read because I have very short way to my nerves. And so I get pissed off, and then I get calm, and then I get pissed off, and then I get calm. So it's kind of funny. So we've all been to a couple of conferences throughout our days, and either we get this kind of discussion going. You got SEO traffic coming in. When you talk about conversion, you got SEO traffic coming in, and then it's like, okay, so we put the affiliate banner over here, and the AdSense links over here, and content there, or we do it this, and there is a huge discussion on whether or not to do one or the other. The conclusion is usually like this: you get 99% profit out of this one website, and then you spam 1 million pages and you get $990,000 out of it. Yay, great business. Or you have this, and then you have the very inclusive kind of leader standing in front of you having the session, asking like, okay, which of these two converts the most? And then you have a round of like 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and you have a couple of these examples, and everyone gets to guess. And then the conclusion is always no one knows, because it's all about this. Testing and analyzing, testing and analyzing. It's A/B split test, cookie tracking if you're a black cat, customer research. You got all these things stuffed into it, but it all comes down to this. Regardless if you are a one-time salesperson on the web, or if you are a steady brand that is trying to sell products over time, it all comes down to this. Test and analyze, because there are no truths in this, and it changes over region in the world, age group, like time of day, everything. So always test and analyze and then optimize. That's the conclusion of that discussion. So that's nothing wrong with this. As long as people earn money, we're happy. And that's sort of the bottom line of everything we do. But both of these two sessions, they always take aim at optimizing the website. Now, I would like to talk about something else today, which is optimizing towards the individual user and having conversion in mind. And not really so much talking and thinking about the website, but actually thinking about what lies behind economic decision making and why do people sometimes make irrational decisions. So Hans Rosling has his bubbles, I have my squares. On the bottom one here we have the customer value, and on this parameter we have the investment in time or money. And that was very interesting that someone here said that you know, we have a time aspect in this, and many organizations forget about this. You know, it takes a lot of time to launch an effective SEO strategy in most competitive verticals at least. And it takes a lot of time to launch it in social media. A lot of time. Regardless how much money you put into it, it takes a lot of time. Money speeds up the process, but it takes a long time to become a really reliable player in this. And so I've stolen this model and I put it into my two-way thing here. I actually stole it. The first one to talk about it in this way was someone called Henrik from Lithium Studios, and I thought it was an excellent way of describing the sales process, which is that we have suspects down here, users we know nothing about, we have prospects, we know a little bit about what they want, we have leads, we know how to contact them, we have the customer, they've already bought something, and then we have the returning visitor here, or the returning customer. Now, what's with this thing? Well, we all get traffic to our websites. This traffic enters somewhere in this value ladder. They come in at some point, we know something about them, and we want to push them as far to the right. We want them, every single one of them, to become a returning customer, because we know that that's how we can make a lot of money. So, what does this mean? The kind of traffic we get as suspects, those are the type-ins, the direct traffic, non-referring website, also email spam, because we don't have any clue about who they are and what their preferences are really. We know nothing about them. And so the question becomes, how do we push them to becoming a prospect? Well, we need to make them click somewhere. By making them click somewhere, we get some information about them. And that kind of information is crucial when you're gonna post the offer to them and when you're gonna give them an offer of some kind. Most of us do this naturally because we actually present on the site, on the page where they arrive by clicking a link, we present some relevant information. But it is astonishingly interesting to watch that many companies, especially the big ones, they don't really get this yet. You know, they have a link saying something. The most ridiculous thing is when it says click here, especially when you're browsing the web through one of those like speech tools, you know, and it says like read the links on this page. Click here, click here, click here. You have no idea where you're going. But and in order to store this data in some automated process, you actually need to write something and know what they clicked, that you can store and also match it with a single user. So make them click somewhere. That's how you convert someone from a suspect to a prospect. Now, prospect. The direct traffic, regardless, also the ones Eller. Yeah. Never mind the ones that come from the suspect part here, but the direct traffic we get here is the SEO traffic, we get the paid media, and we get the Twitter links. We know why these people have clicked somewhere. We know something about them. We know that they searched for banana skids, and they clicked our link, which was on top, and they arrived at our website. We know that when they arrive at our website, so we can optimize that page for that kind of search. Also paid media, we pay for the link, they come to our website, yada yada. Twitter links, very good example of this. We write some interesting tweet, we put a link there, we measure the link, and we send them to a receiving place. We know what they're interested in, or we know what they want to know more about at least. So that's what we should present to them there. Now, we come to the interesting thing here.